Hi there, loves. I'm here to do your full moon in Virgo reading. Just trying to catch some energy, just trying to figure out what's going on. Already have transcribed a channel message for all of us, and then I'm also going to kind of sit and see what I get intuitively as well, okay? And the message is, it's time for you to get your affairs in order. So much is occurring, but you must not get caught up in the panic. Instead, find your calm, find your peace in the midst of chaos, and continue to move forward. It is time to come together, but first, one may take the leap. One must take the leap independently first. Work smarter, not harder. And I mean, what else were we expecting from Virgo? I mean, really. The worker bee, the one that definitely is going to make sure everything is in tip-top shape, and the one that has a list, the one that has a plan. Okay, Virgo, thank you. I'm super excited about this energy. Definitely want to see, what Spirit's bringing us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle, and then I'm going to go ahead and unpack the cards a little bit as well. Now we're going to kind of see what comes up, because I feel like there's a lot of different messages that may come up for the collective as well. Spirit, do you have any messages for the collective for the full moon in Virgo? Spirit, do you have any messages for the full moon in Virgo? Spirit, do you have any messages from the full moon in Virgo? I just heard you're making too many mistakes. You're making too many mistakes. But it's due to lack of planning. So that's for somebody. You find yourself kind of stumbling over your feet, and it's because you're not necessarily taking the necessary steps that you need to make sure that whatever it is that you have your eye on really works out. And this could be relationships, this could be a job, this could be career, finance, family, wherever this applies. Okay, another message just came in that some of us need to pay more attention to our families. More attention to our families. There's some of us that are experiencing a situation in which, this is too many cards, Spirit. Wait a minute, could we less cards, please, Spirit? Jesus, it's like 10 cards. And some of us are experiencing this break. Almost like a sudden change within our family dynamic. A lot of arguing, different kind of senseless things that are going on that you're kind of like, what is happening right now? I just heard sibling rivalry. So in some homes, if there are some young people watching me, it could be you're having a fight with your sibling. And it doesn't necessarily have to be young. I just heard that. It doesn't necessarily have to be young, but if there's some sibling rivalry going on right now, and it's really all due to just ego. Really all due to just ego. So it's definitely time to, not just think about oneself. Not just think about oneself, but think about the bigger picture here. Okay, so the cards we have out, we have Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Okay? Let Spirit be your guide. Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. Okay? So for those of us that have, been doing that planning, okay? And then it says Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. And Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Okay? So what I would definitely say, while I was reading the cards, I heard too, you don't have to have it all figured out. Some of us are putting so much pressure on ourselves to have everything figured out, and it's just not possible to have everything figured out all at one time. And it's because things happen, things unfold, things change. Okay. I also want to make a note of there's a consistent progression in the cards. We have 32, 33, and 34. Okay. So, even seeing that, that's very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. I'm being drawn to the numbers. Give me just a second. 4 and 7, that's 11. This is interesting. 3 and 4, that's 7. 3 and 3, that's 6. 4 and 9, that's 13. Okay, reduce that, I'm being told, to 4. And then 3 and 2, reduce to 5. So foundational changes. Foundational changes. In the midst of also having, it's still this underlining energy of, spiritual awakening. Of spiritual awakening. Seeing things as they are, not as perceived. The big thing about the channel message also is I feel like it kind of has a lot to do with us, being reminded not to get caught up in the panic. There's so much going on in the world, and we all know that there is this virus that is going around, and I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I did want to touch on that. And, I really think the biggest thing is that we have to continuously keep ourselves in a space of being hopeful, taking care of ourselves, preparing ourselves. I feel like preparation is everything. Preparation is it just is. Preparation is everything. So, if you're somewhere in the world where it's a little too close for comfort, making sure that you're taking care of your family, making sure that you guys are taking care of your bodies, eating clean, and also just really taking the time out to kind of sit and appreciate what you have. I feel like this is also a huge reminder of us appreciating the things that we may take for granted. It's like, and I really feel like, especially for those of us having those struggles within our family dynamic, sibling rivalry, things of that nature, it's really time to kind of sit and see what's really the bigger picture. What really makes sense here? Does it really make sense that we're arguing? Does it really make sense that we're at odds? Can we kind of find a way out of this? Because there's bigger stuff going on in the world right now. And then not even just that, as far as, bigger stuff going on in the world, but just there's bigger stuff going on, period. It's like you have your whole life ahead of you. Why spend it arguing? Why spend it stuck so trapped in your ego that, you're not willing to see the other person's side or even just agree to disagree? It takes the same amount of muscles in your face to frown as it does to smile. And when you really think about how powerful that is, it's like you can use all of that energy towards negative, or you can use all of that energy towards positive. I dare you, if you're going through a situation right now with family and issues within your dynamics with family members, choose kindness and see how it shifts the dynamic. Okay, I'm gonna tell you out in plain, I tend to always take the kinder and nicer approach. Some people like to look at it like, oh, she's a pushover. But when I've had enough, I'll let you know. But the biggest thing is that, I choose to sit in a place of humility and kindness. So when you're yelling and screaming at me and acting crazy, you look like the fool. All on your own, baby. I don't look like the fool, okay? And I kind of, dare you to go out and kind of keep that same attitude towards a situation, because it doesn't really feel like there's anything heavy or concrete here. It just seems like you guys just don't get along. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit about this spread? Okay. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit about this spread we have here in front of us? Tell us about this full moon in Virgo. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this is so crazy. Okay. So we have the Tower. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Three of Coins. Okay. So immediately, what I'm seeing here is, again, you know, that collaborative effort, you know, with the Three of Coins, that working together, that seeing the bigger picture and not just looking at the current state of right now. Even if that has to do with you, relationships, some people are arguing for no reason, and it's kind of like pettiness, and it's like, why is this happening? You know, we can just kind of choose a different route. And, you know, you're being urged to do this fast, quickly. The interesting thing here is that I do see a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of secrecy here with the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. And this Tower. It's interesting, this Tower. Because, you know, somewhere there's a dynamic, and I don't know if you can see him kind of looking towards this Tower, looking towards a situation. And she here is the same woman depicted here with her heart broken. And it's a transition. It's a transition. So it's almost like for some of you, there's a situation where you're finding out who your tribe is. And that means that certain people are falling off. That means that new people are coming in. There's a lot of benefit, a lot of change, a lot of flux and emotion, because on one end, there's things that are coming to a drastic end. And then on the other end, there's this benefit of collaborative effort and happiness and joy that comes in after this hurt, after this heartbreak. But it comes in rather fast. And, you know, some of us are a little bit worried, not necessarily, you know, clear about where we stand in wanting to move forward with someone new. For those of us that it's relationships, for some of us it's friends, and it's, you know, it's too this energy of, I can do it all by myself. I mean, you know, like what? You know, we're definitely in this, you know, Virgo energy of, you know, you see her up here and she's trying to get to this, you know, this pinnacle, and she's trying to make sure everything's working correctly and things are wonderful, right? And that everything is perfect. While there's two people here waiting to assist her, waiting to help her, but she's not looking at them. She's focused on the task at hand. She doesn't even see that there are people here willing to help her, willing to have her back, looking to help her with the very thing that she's trying to do all on her own. Okay, so there's this energy of having to get out of that mindset, out of that space of, I have to do everything on my own. Without me, everything's just going to fall to shambles. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the way I want it to be. Letting people help you is so important. Collaborative effort, like I was saying before, is so important. I just kind of feel like we've been in this energy for quite some time, even in the pre-shadow of this full moon. Okay, next card out is the King of Coins, okay? So, you know, building, honestly building, thinking about more than just yourself. The King of Coins takes care of everyone around him. Definitely is also stable within their finances. So some of us are coming to a point of stability. And coming to a point of stability kind of leads you on a path of being kind of nervous about having other people around you. The next card out is the Eight of Wands, okay? So being in a position where it's like, hey, I'm finally stable. I'm willing to walk away from anything that no longer serves me and walk towards my future. Walk towards the things that I actually do want in my life. It's like this Virgo energy is definitely giving a lot of us this bossed up energy. Bossed up energy. It's so funny because I just heard that it was like almost like an older lady quoting, I don't know what scripture it is, but I am the head and not the tail. You know, it's that sassiness, that's the energy that Virgo is bringing. Wow, okay. And we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So being in a position where it's like, again, you are no longer waiting on anyone. You're no longer waiting on anyone. You're no longer waiting on anything. You're going out and you're getting your opportunity. You know, it's so many of us that are going out and getting our opportunity. Again, planning accordingly. Not just doing things willy-nilly. Not just going out and saying, you know what, hey, I want, you know, this life. And just throwing that out for the universe, like actually taking action, moving towards it, working, building, you know what I mean, different things in your life, building your life setting to represent a person that actually has the things that you desire. Yes, making your life reflect your destination. Thank you, Spirit. That was beautiful. Okay, and in reverse here we have the Princess of Swords. We have the Five of Cups in reverse as well. And we have the Princess of Wands. Okay? It's almost like there's a serious focus on better. Okay, better. But we're leaving this energy. We're leaving this energy of, you know, of any type of manipulation, any type of woe is me attitude, any type of pity party. All of that stuff is being left behind. It's being left behind. You know, that's the chapter that we're closing with this full moon. That's a chapter that's coming to its complete state. Is this energy of, you know, woe is me, I can't never get ahead, I'm trying my best. You're not trying your best. I'm sorry, I'm here to give tough love at this very moment. You're not trying your best. You're not. Your best is yet to come. Your best has been yet to be revealed, and it is only because you haven't tapped into who you truly are in some cases. In other cases, it's just that you're afraid of what you know you're capable of. And, you know, it sounds crazy even coming out of my mouth. But I too was troubled with the same, you know, type of mind frame. It's like I knew what I was capable of, but it wasn't until I actually did it that I'm like, oh yeah, I could have been doing this all along. You know what I mean? But it's like being trapped in that fear, the fear that's not warranted here, the fear that doesn't really exist, and being trapped in that illusion of, oh, you know, things don't work out for me. They do. They do. Look at that. And underneath we have the Lovers. You know, that balance coming in with this full moon in Virgo. It reminds me a lot of, you know, this being more so the wounded feminine energy, and, you know, coming into your masculine, very strong, very strong. You know, it's like going from, you know, oh, I'm so deep in my, you know, my wounded state of emotion and, you know, and woe is me and this big pity party, to, you know what, no, I need balance. I'm going to look at this logically. I'm going to go into my headspace a little bit, and I'm going to plan out how to exactly get the outcome that I'm looking for. And in that, I'll find balance. And then for some of you, it's in all of that, then I'll find love. Because I'm now at a point where I'm now okay all on my own. I don't need someone to complete me. I complete me all on my own. And now that I do, I'm open to love. I'm open to dating. beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy we have here. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from the Keepers of Light Oracle. And then we'll go ahead and be done with this. Spirit, please give us messages of truth, love, and healing from the Keepers of Light. Spirit, please give us messages of truth, love, and healing from the Keepers of Light Oracle deck. It's one more. Okay, it's one more. I'm waiting. I'm here. So one more. Can I get one more card out here, Spirit? One more card out. Is this the top one? No. Oh my goodness. This one. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. The one called Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Beautiful. The Miriam. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And Radha. Soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself and experience relationship harmony and healing, okay? So again, that collaborative effort, coming together, coming together collectively, as feminine and masculine energy work together to heal one another. And then also, individually, being in a state of, trying to figure out how everything works together for your own individual state, making sure that individually you're healthy, you're balanced, okay, all on your own. Again, going back to the channeled message, taking a leap of faith individually first before you're looking for other people to join you, okay? Remember, pig spirit, use your mind wisely. We were talking about planning, that now is the time. Now is definitely the time for you to put your big girl, your big boy panties on and your big boy drawers and, get to this money, okay? In some instances, get to this money, okay? And in other instances, get to the life that you've always wanted and step out of fear. So I love you guys. I'm pretty excited about full moon tomorrow now. I think I've got some spicy affirmations up my sleeve now that I know what kind of energy we're working with. But I love you guys. And until next time, I'll see you. Okay, peace, love, and light to you and all those you love. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later. Bye now.